A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of down. Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league.
On the opening drive, this is 3rd and 8. And looking to throw, Penix. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Ty Zentner.
On now is Ty Zentner to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Lions will take over. Looking to put a drive together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And that is incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gap there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A quick throw there out to Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Hold the ready. Hurt.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. Oh, good move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Falcons come in search of win number 9 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first
down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Ball carrier. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep it.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And that will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop an 8, where are you going to go with the football?
A 60-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept away, and boom,
there he goes onside. Touchdown, Detroit. He returns the kickoff and even 90 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Falcons 3.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
they'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Already going for 6. Looking to throw, Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football. Now it's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4. To the air, Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it. That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Penix. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, you're happy to take them.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
21. Falcons 6.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
13. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll set up a throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people are focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Robinson up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that'll be
incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And a dump off here to Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's second and 10.
Ready, go!
They run the draw here with Robinson. A beautiful fake. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Back to Robinson now on first down. And the Falcons are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. That's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So here we go on a third and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it wouldn't have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this has not been good. And this is now a 1-point game.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Come on.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That is caught by Laporta.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one yards out. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Young Ray Q, the kickoff for Atlanta.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'm keeping an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Liking, 18, Panther 60,
He'll drop to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go, set.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps close to that tight coverage. You see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Gibbs straight ahead. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Makes the score Lions
Point
31.
after, right down the middle.
Falcons 20.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game. And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And off now to Robinson. They'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And looking to throw, Penix. They'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
No, 10, under 10.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
By
Aiden Hutchinson.
On the play.
Able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Let's go now. Hawk 7, Buffalo 18. Go.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. A big game there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
A play fake. Now Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll throw with Penix.
Throw left side, complete. That's Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
First carry now. This is Williams.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Penix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
First and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw with Penix.
And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Falcons 28. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Rodriguez on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
But now he appears to be in some pain. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And the quick throw there is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Cowboy 80. 19, Lions. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. That one good for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
2 yards on
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Falcons 28.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Inches at the 30-yard line.
Now Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll go play action here with Penix. This one complete to his fullback down the backfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. He's into space past the 25. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
To the air, Penix. It's complete to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Javonte Williams, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Official
Ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 11. Got London on a slant. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And with that,
and in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and to stop him short of the first. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
this will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you could hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's across midfield. Big strides, look at him go.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Come on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Over the middle, he's got the slaw.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
60 Eagles.
He'll drop to throw.
That's complete right side. It's to Slaw.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed to clock exactly right.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He's back to throw.
That's caught by Pitts. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw.
Caught by London.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give it to Robinson.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back to throw.
That is caught.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
He'll look to throw.
Now Pennick's going to hold on to it.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
42-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
Here's first down.
Let's go now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Falcons 41.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Okay, break. 65, Jack. 65. Here we go, set.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
There wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get